This is going to be one of the races that people from all over the world are going to want to come and do.
Breakthrough.
The red carpet. You are an Iron Man. And it's this moment that you remember.
You only get to be a person who does the first ever once. It's the first ever full distance Ironman in Vietnam.
Hi, I'm Mark Allen. A lot of people know me as a 6-time Ironman Triathlon World Champion. I raced 15 years professionally in the sport, and I've seen the sport grow from my very first year in 1982, where it was just very, very small, to here we are in Da Nang with the first ever full distance Ironman in this country. Just amazing to see how it's grown. I think it's just amazing that 70.3 is going to be the 10th year anniversary, and it's the first time that there's been a full distance Ironman in Vietnam. To have those two things happening together, it's like you're seeing the history of 70.3 that started 10 years ago, and now you're seeing the history of full distance Ironman. It's starting on that 10th anniversary. It's like perfect timing. You have 70.3 and you have a full distance. The distance is double, but the difficulty is very different. So like a 70.3 race is part speed, it's part endurance. And so you have to pace yourself, but at the same time, you can still go pretty hard. In an Ironman, it's all about endurance. It's all about being patient.
All right, you guys, are you ready? Are you nervous? It's a big day. Every single one of you will be the first person in history to cross an Ironman finish line in Vietnam. Thank you, VNG. Thank you, Da Nang, for hosting this great event. This is your day. This is your time. Race with passion. And we will, as Bang Trin said, see you at the finish line. Yes.
I think it's easy to underestimate the number of moments where it will get tough, where you're asking yourself, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this distance? But if you're ready for that, then you sort of handle it in a steady way. You go, okay, I know this is tough. I feel like quitting. I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm losing motivation. But then you go, wait a minute, and you think back about the training. Think about your friends that are there cheering. You see the other athletes, and you just start to draw in this energy from outside of yourself. And you can feel yourself physically filling up with something that's just amazing. And then you start to take those steps, and you're on the marathon, everything loosens up again, and you just go, okay, I'm 1 kilometer, the next aid station, and then eventually you see that finish line, and you're like, I made it. I came to Vietnam, I think it was 4 years ago, for the 70.3 in Phu Quoc. It was the first time they were racing there, and I could tell a lot of the Vietnamese athletes were a little nervous. They didn't know quite what to expect of themselves or the race. But then each year, the Vietnamese triathlon community gets stronger and they gain more experience, and it's going to be like that with the full distance race. I was thinking about the full distance Ironman. Nobody on this planet has done it here, so nobody knows quite what to expect. But that's okay, that creates a real excitement. And so then this year, the stories will go home with the athletes, and they'll tell their friends and their family and other triathletes. And each year it's going to keep building.
Tell something about the people.
control. A lot of athletes try to control too many things in their race. They try to control the conditions, like maybe the ocean is rough and they're sort of trying to control that and go, no, don't be so rough. Or maybe they're trying to control the weather. No, don't be so hot. But you can't control that. And so that sort of requires you to actually let go of control and just say, let me just figure out how to have the best race that I can. And when you can sort of let go of trying to control the day or script the day, then amazing things happen. When you just let go of that need to control, then you're working with the race, you're working with the competition as opposed to trying to push it away and make it anything different than it is. Let go. Let go is, I would say it's an important part of racing in triathlon, especially long distance races like 70.3 or full distance, because you have this ideal of how you think the day is going to go, how you want it to go. And especially in a full distance race, it never goes according to your plan. And you just have to let go of your ideal race and have the race that you're being given on the day. So some days that race is going to be even more amazing than you thought, and other days it's going to be more difficult than you thought. But ultimately, you have to sort of let go of that fantasy of how you think the day is going to go, or how it should go, and just say, okay, this is what's happening today. Let me have my best race on this day, how my body's doing, how the weather is affecting me, how the competition is going. Breakthrough. There's two different kinds of breakthroughs. One breakthrough is when you've been working really hard and you haven't seen the progress in your performance, especially in a race, and then all of a sudden your training and your experience reaches this critical mass where you break through to a new level of what you can do. So for example, for me, the first 6 years that I raced the Ironman in Hawaii, I didn't win, and I was hoping that I could win, and I could get second, I could get third, I could get fifth, but I didn't have that breakthrough to the point where I could have a strong swim, bike, and run all the way through to the finish line. I could have a strong swim, a strong bike, a strong 3/4 of a marathon, but the full marathon I kept slowing down. A lot of times was walking. And then finally, on that 7th year, I reached this critical mass of experience, of knowledge, of fitness, and I had one of the most amazing days ever in my career. That's a breakthrough. Another breakthrough is something very different. It's where you have to break through those parts of yourself are talking to you, trying to get you to back off, to quit. And it's like the race gets hard and your body's saying, no, I don't want to keep going. You have to just sort of break through that and go, wait a minute, no, I am going to keep going. I am going to put my next foot down, and then the next and the next. I am going to keep going even though I don't feel great at this moment. And then you actually make a second breakthrough in the sense that you start to feel good again. So you have to break through doubt, break through fear, break through loss of confidence, and just say, what can I do right here, right now? And then do that, and then the next thing. And then you realize you broke through that part of yourself that wanted to just maybe back off or quit, and you're still going. And that's empowering. That's so much of what people get out of the sport. And that's what sort of, in a sense, makes it almost spiritual, because you find a deeper part of yourself that you'll never find when you're sitting in a chair in your house.
It's such a long day and you're out there by yourself. Am I going to be able to get to the finish line? And a lot of times you feel like you can't do it, and you still take that next step anyway, and then you're running, and the next thing you know, you're actually on the red carpet, and you're coming down the red carpet, and you get to about here, and you realize, I am going to finish that, and all of a sudden the day seems so short, and it's this moment that you remember.
You are an Ironman!
It's challenging, it's difficult, it scares people, but it's part of something that's a bigger movement than just sport. I truly think that this sport and these distances are going to transform the health of the world.